Alright guys, welcome back for another day out here at the property. Got to do a little bit more clearing today. Plan is maybe 4 or 5 cedar trees. If I can take those down and get rid of them today, I think it'll be a good amount of progress. So the area we're going to work on is right over here, and what'll happen here eventually is a building. So we're going to put some kind of cabin, pre-manufactured cabin here, hopefully in a couple of months or so. So in order to do that, I'm just prepping this area. I don't have a whole lot left to do here, just about maybe 5 or 6 trees that I need to take out, and the next time we come out here I'll have the box plate on the tractor and we'll start leveling all of this area here, because eventually that building is going to be sitting right about here in this flatter portion. But that'll be a task for next time. So the first thing I wanted to do today was get this stump out of the ground, which I could not deal with last time. I just tried to push the tree over. It started to go and then it ended up snapping off. So that'll be the first thing we do. A little bit about the backhoe here. Obviously, getting this tractor, I had to have the backhoe because I had all these trees that needed to be dealt with. The backhoe is great. It's probably not the same sort of thing that somebody with a excavator is going to have, because that thing is made for digging, and that's what it does best. So backhoe is, it's pretty much for those times where you've got a task or two that you need it, and if you don't have it, you're going to be wishing you had one. So it is a expense that's worth it. They're not cheap, but probably a good idea if you have a small tractor and that's the only machine you have. Probably a good idea to look into it and buy it with the tractor. Trying to buy these things used is like finding a needle in a haystack, because they have to match up with whatever machine you have. So normally the best thing to do is to just buy it from the dealer, either with a new machine or afterwards. Operating the backhoe is fairly straightforward. I'd never operated a backhoe before I bought this, and it took a little bit of practice, but after a month or two you can operate this thing really well, and it's not all that difficult. As far as the power goes, I normally just use idle when I'm messing around with the backhoe, because it keeps it from moving around too fast, and if you start moving it around at a higher speed, which is what will happen if the engine's above idle, it just doesn't produce as good of results. You don't get any additional power out of it above idle. It's just going to move faster. So that's pretty much my take on a tractor backhoe. I know a lot of people don't necessarily like them, but this really gets the job done for me, and keeps me from having to go rent additional machines for these 1 or 2 tasks that pop up every once in a while. So I think that'll be good enough for today. Got a good number of trees knocked down, a lot of stuff put on the burn pit, and yeah, I'd call it a success. So we can see that this oak tree here is starting to break out really nicely, which was the goal. The one side of the building that's going to go here will probably sit roughly about here. So this will be one side of the building, and then it's going to extend in this direction here for about 80 feet or so. But that's the game plan with the building. And then the front of the building should be facing roughly in this direction. There is a hill way out there in the distance. Hard to see through the trees, but I'll cut those down as I get the time to do it.